Welcome dear students to our self-development class of Standard 9th. Today we will be doing the third chapter, Values. This lesson will help us to identify our personal values and also help us to plan for a change in behavior so as to uphold the values. Now what are values? Say for example, Yusuf packed his valuables in a suitcase to keep them safe. Delcy found her father's new car to be of great value for money. You should value others' time. Shalini complained that nobody valued her talent. Akshay says that honesty is my value. Now value is a common word in each example. What does that mean? Norms and principles which are influenced by the place of birth, something we follow most of the times, and some things we feel we must do at all times, are called values. A value is what is considered important in life and what makes life worth living. Now, why are values important? Let's say, for example, it is the last day to pay the fees. You forgot to bring money to pay the fees. You accidentally find the money that your friend has brought to pay his fees. You will be in trouble if you don't pay the fees and are tempted to use his money. But even your friend needs it. Now you have two options. Option 1, return the money to your friend and face your problem. Option 2, use your friend's money as if it's your own. Option 2 is the easiest one to choose. Think about it. If we always choose the easy option available in every situation, people will not see a consistency in our behavior. People will form an opinion that this person is not trustworthy and sincere. Also think about a situation where everybody in the society is selfish and cheating each other for their own self-interest. Everybody will stop trusting each other and will lead to unrest in the society. Hence, to have peace, cooperation, trust, unity in society, which are important for our growth, it is very important to have consistency in one's behavior and a strong personal value system. When we consider an action to be correct, we try to do it frequently. Slowly, our approach is developed based on the action, which then becomes a habit. Our habits are responsible for developing an attitude. Say for example, you prefer wearing simple clothes. Then you will like people wearing simple clothes. Slowly, our approach, habits and attitude reflect simplicity in all aspects of life. Simplicity then becomes an integral part of our personal value system. Also, if you are health conscious, you go to the gym, you will make friends with people who are regular to the gym. Gradually, you will indulge in protein intake and other habits which will help you to have a muscular physique. Personal values. Personal values define a life. Every moment of every day, whether you realize or not, you are making a decision on how to spend your time, on what to pay attention to, on where to direct your energy. Right now, you're choosing to watch this video. There are infinite number of things you could be doing, but right now, you're choosing to be here with me. Maybe in a minute, someone texts you and you stop watching this video. When things happen, you are making a simple, value-laden decision. and that is your phone is more valuable to you than attending this class, and your behavior follows that valuation accordingly. So, our values constantly are reflected in the way we choose to behave. Let us now see the influence of personal values on habits. Empathy. Imagine a friend in your class has failed in the exam. Your friend is distraught, that's very worried and upset because he studied really hard and still failed. Even though you got a good grade on this test, you remember what it is like to fail. You don't try to fix things for your friend. Instead, you make an empathetic statement like, I'm so sorry about your grade. I know how hard you studied and how disappointed you must feel. Thus, just being able to understand and share somebody else's feelings is empathy in short. Next, simplicity. Keanu Reeves, one of the world's favorite actors, has no worries about his incomes from the movie projects. Keanu gave away almost 85% of his earnings from the movie Matrix to the special effects and costume design team. Very often, he can be seen in public transport or buying clothes in the sale or resting on a park bench rather than in a luxurious apartment. The founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, mostly seen in his simple grey t-shirts. As he himself admits, clothes aren't the things he intends to spend time on. Forgiveness. When we forgive others, we love them and do not have bad feelings for them because of any wrong they have done for us. Just remember, forgive and let go. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is an ability to focus intently on a task or goal with the purpose of achieving a certain result. But it can be difficult to stay self-disciplined throughout your student life. So here are some of self-discipline tips for students. Eliminate distractions. You find distractions in your life that always make you less disciplined and begin eliminating them. Know your inclinations. For example, if you feel more energized in the afternoon every day, then it might be best to schedule your most challenging task at that time. That means you will require less mental energy to be self-disciplined to work out. Reward yourself after studying hard so that it helps you to keep your motivation high. Have planned goals and strategies. As goes the saying, what gets scheduled gets done. Also, you should always have strategies to reach each of your goals. Use technology. Yes, you can use technology to set reminders to help you stay self-disciplined. For example, set a timer for casual website browsing to limit the time you spend on the activity. Make decisions in advance. That means you will be less likely to procrastinate on getting things done when it is time. And last, create a routine. Now this is the best tip of staying self-disciplined. Say, if your standard routine of 2 hours of study revision is at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. daily, just maintain this study revision daily. Then we have dignity of labor. It means to respect and value given to all form of work, whether those jobs that involve manual labor. Now Gandhiji always used to respect and treat everyone equally. He himself cleaned the toilets to dignify the work of the sweepers. Courage. Now courage is not absence of fear. Courageous people do feel fear, but they are able to manage and overcome these fears so that it does not stop them from taking action. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. standing up for equal rights. Sir Edmund Hillary's climbing up Mount Everest. Now, not all acts of courage need to be known worldwide to be defined as brave. Here are some of the examples of ways to be courageous in your daily life. Say, for example, trying a food that you have never tried before, or standing up for a person who is being picked on. Cleanliness. Being clean, doing work in a neat, hygienic manner are some of the clean habits that should be followed. One should always wash their hands before eating, no one should litter, taking a bath every day, and also keep your surrounding clean. Humility. Now humility appears in all walks of life. People give up their own privileges in order to serve those who have less. For example, Mother Teresa dedicated her life to minister to the poorest people in Kolkata. Justice. Now justice is a treatment of people, that is, being fair and morally right. You can do it in simple day-to-day things. For example, play by the rules at all time. Be a good sport. Include others in games and activities. Don't leave people out. Punctuality. Punctuality simply means being on time. An example of punctual is a person who promises to arrive at 2 and who actually arrives at 2. Integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles that you refuse to change. For example, keep your promise even if it takes extra effort. Go back to a store and pay for something you forgot to pay for. Also remember, our home is also a replica of our society. So you need to practice the same values at home. Now we have learned about values in great detail. Norms, on the other hand, are the ways of behaving that are considered normal in a particular society. Say, for example, boys don't cry, or girls wear pink, boys wear blue, and so on. So norms are regulations dictating how people should behave. Values, on the other hand, are internal to a person, and the person tends to uphold them even if there is no explicit rule about it. So, we have completed the lesson. Hope you all have understood the concept. Thank you.